How's it going? I'm the MaxxiWriter, and welcome to this short little review of what I'm calling the first little part of Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon. So, as I've stated, I am playing both games side by side. It's a little bit of a whoop with my head and my eyes, and just bouncing back and forth between both the games. But besides the point, I have reached what I am going to decide as the first point to make a little bit of a review about. So pretty much what I did was I got to the point where you get your starter and you choose each other. So anyways, so my first impressions on the game are I'm still very, very hyped about it. I mean, to this point in the game, you still don't see that much. It's only taken me about 25 minutes to get there. It took me 40 minutes total, but that's because I was bouncing forth between both of the games. Without that, if you were playing the game just without playing just one at a time, I should say. If you're playing just one game at a time, it'd take about 25 minutes. But anyways, at this point in the game, we already have a little bit of the story going, which is nice. I am very interested in this story. But anyways, so if you don't want spoilers, now's your time to close the video because the spoilers are going to start now. So pretty much we moved to Alola because our mom saw Professor Kikui. I forgot his name already. Kikui. Yeah, Kikui. Kikui. I don't know. Oh my gosh. Kukui. I'm going to edit that. I have to edit that. Because we moved to Alola because our mom saw Professor Kukui when he came to the Kanto region and to learn about moves in Kanto, and he challenged the gyms, and she became fascinated with Alolan Pokemon. So anyways, we're in Alola now. We meet Kukui, and he begins to show us around the island, and he wants to take us to meet the Kahuna of Mele Island, and his name is Hala. He wants to take us to meet Hala so that we can get our first Pokemon. Well, in the process of finding Hala, we end up encountering the professor's assistant, Lily. And there's a little part I left out beforehand. There's a little bit of a cutscene where there's a cutscene where where the logo for Sun and Moon is shown, or the logo for Sun and the logo for Moon. And in the cutscene, pretty much we see Lily escape, running around this kind of looks like a garden sanctuary type place. But the fact that she's running and she's very afraid means that it's not as much of a sanctuary as it leads people on to thinking that it is. But anyways, she's fleeing, and she clearly has something in her bag. And so she's running, and then eventually she gets cornered by men who all are very happy that they have her trapped and that they're going to capture her and get whatever she has in her bag. So anyways, then a light shines, and that's all we see. Well, when we encounter Lily while we're searching for the Kahuna, is when this little cosmic ball with puffs pops out of her bag and begins to run around play and wanders out onto the middle of a bridge. And I don't know what this thing is. I haven't even seen this thing before. It's very interesting. She calls it Nebby, or Nebby. Nebby. Some people might call it Neebie, but my pronunciation I'm going with is Nebby. I'm not sure if it's a Pokemon. It could be an Ultra Beast, but I doubt it's an Ultra Beast. I'm not really sure what it is. Nebby might be the nickname she just gave it. It sounds like a nickname that someone would give a Pokemon. So that's probably not its real name. I'm not sure what this thing is. But Nebby comes under attack by 3 Spira. We then rush out there on the bridge to save Nebby. As we're being attacked by the Spira, then Nebby shines a bright light again, revealing that Nebby was the one that caused that bright light in her bag in the cutscene first time, and bright light scares off. Actually, it didn't scare off the Spearow, but it broke apart the bridge. We started to fall down this chasm into a river down below, and then all of a sudden, Tapu Koko comes out of nowhere, swoops past the Spearows, sending them flying. I like that little piece right there where he comes flying in between all three of the Spearow, and he just shoves his arms aside and just like sends them flying off into different directions, and then comes down, picks us up, rescues us, drops us off, and then does his just a little, and then boom, is gone again. But after that, we are thanked by Lily, who then shoves the thing back, who then shoves Nebby back into her bag to keep him safe. Find that a little ironic. I feel like Pokemon would rather be shoved in a Pokeball because Pokeball science, I guess it condenses them, but rather than in a bag. But anyways, she shoves him in there, even though apparently some people on the island do know about him because the Kahuna and the professor do know about Nebby. So, don't know why she's trying to hide him that much. Well, obviously she took him from that place, but seriously, how many people on the island know about it? I mean, we already know the professor and the Kahuna know about it. I guess that's kind of a given considering it's the professor and the Kahuna. But anyways, she shoves him into the bag, and she then like tries to keep it there. She's obviously trying to keep it there. But anyways, as far as my team goes, like I said, I just got to the point where I picked where I and the starter chose each other. Because not only do we get to pick what Pokemon we want, we can only have that Pokemon if the Pokemon chooses to come with us. Which obviously they always choose, but it's only if they choose to come with us. Just to further show which just further shows how much Pokemon is showing like they want there to be connections between you and your Pokemon. They want there to be connections between you and your friends. They want there to be connections between anyone you're playing Pokemon with. So that's nice. It once again shows how it emphasizes how much Pokemon wants these connections. But anyways, so as far as starters go and my team goes, in Sun, I picked Litten because I've been in love with Litten since I first saw it. Its final form, I did end up seeing that leaked online, sadly. It's a little underwhelming. I mean, I saw the leaks beforehand, but I didn't know that they were the actual thing. And turns out the leaks were real, I guess. I know I'm way behind on that news because everyone already knows that. But I'm a little underwhelmed with, what was his name? Incineroar? I'm a little underwhelmed with Incineroar. But anyways, I'm not there yet. So I'm not going to get into Incineroar because I don't have one yet. Maybe my thoughts will change after I get it, after my Litten evolves. And then in Moon, I chose to start with Rowlet. So sorry, Poplio, no love for you from me. I'm so sorry. I will end up getting you at some point in time. And actually, it's weird. For me, the water starters are the ones I usually don't pick. I mean, yeah, because Gen 1 I chose Charmander. Second time I played it, I chose Bulbasaur because they're both dinosaur-y. So, and so I didn't pick. And then I like both Cyndaquil and Chikorita. Don't really care that much for Totodile. I like both Torchic and Trico. Like, Torchic was my first pick, but Trico is my favorite of the third gen starters. And then Mudkip's just kind of there, but now I'm getting to the point where I really like Mudkip. I like all the third gen starters. I like them all. I love them. They're probably my favorite, they're my favorite group of starters because it's the only one where I generally like all the starters. And then fourth gen, I've never picked a Piplup. The only Piplups I've ever gotten have been through traits. So yeah, that just says how much my disdain for Piplup, and that's mostly because of the anime. I hated Piplup in the anime. I just didn't like it. Although it's better than Oshawott. Oshawa, 5th gen. Hate Oshawa. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I only ever picked it so that I could complete the Pokédex. That's the only reason I ever picked it, was so that I could get one step closer to completing the Pokédex. I absolutely hate Oshawa. And then 6th gen, you obviously, if you frequent my channel, you know that I love Froakie. I love Frogadier. I love Greninja. I love it so much. But anyways, sorry, once again, no love for the water starter from me. I will end up getting it at some point in time. I will start over one of the games once I finish it. And probably gonna be Moon that I start over and get my Poplio. But for now, no Poplio for me. So sorry, man. But anyways, I'm gonna give this little section about I don't want to do a 1 through 5. I'll do about 1 through 10. I'm gonna give it about a 7 out of 10 because the story has me intrigued, and I like how they are adding this new stuff. But there's just like I can't describe it really. I just don't feel fully invested in it yet. Well, I'm fully invested because I'm hyped, but like there's just mostly people talking to the professor at this point, and them talking about moves. Hey, what moves can you teach me? And they're welcoming me to the island, and it's like, so I'm not fully invested yet. It's still the beginning, so it can rise, but I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10 so far, and I feel like it will rise. But anyways, I'm the MaxxiWriter. I hope you enjoyed this little review. I hope you continue to come back for the next ones, because even if you didn't like what I had to say, or just the way I'm saying it, because words don't always come to me exactly, and I can't always describe it, the more I do this, the better I'm going to get. So, but anyways, if you did enjoy this, be sure to come back to the next one, and as always, live your life to the max.